How long would it take for someone earning 100,000 monthly net salary to build a portfolio of 5 million shillings? This is a question we got from one of our followers. In this video, we shall break down the amount of time it will take to grow a 5 million shillings portfolio using the 60-40 budgeting rule and the different passive income vehicles available in Kenya. The 60-40 rule recommends you to split your income into two ways. 60% goes to committed essentials such as housing, food, and transportation, as well as non-essential expenses you have committed to, such as gym or music lessons. The other 40% is allocated in 10% increments, according to author Richard Jenkins, who authored this method. For example, 10% can go towards retirement savings, another 10% can go to long-term savings such as government bonds, a third 10% goes to short-term savings such as money market fund, and the last 10% goes to a fund, say your vacation expenses. Here, you can also adjust the percentages allocated to investments as long as the total doesn't go below 40% of your income. Now, with the 100,000 net income, your total savings shouldn't go below 40,000 shillings. And this is then spread among retirement, which gets 10,000 shillings, long-term investments, which will receive 15,000 shillings, representing 15%, and short-term savings, which will also receive 15,000 shillings. If you put 10,000 shillings in a retirement scheme with an average annual return of 12% that compounds annually, by the end of 7 years, you'll have around 1.29 million shillings in retirement savings. Secondly, long-term investments are vehicles such as government bonds, SACCO shares, land, and REITs. But for this video, we shall opt for fixed deposits in a SACCO with an annual compounding interest of 12%. The interest earned will also be reinvested in the same SACCO account. In 7 years, a portfolio under this investment will have grown to 1.95 million shillings. It is important to note that with this amount of returns, you will qualify for a loan of up to 5.85 million shillings from the same SACCO. In the third category, a short-term investment option primarily as an emergency fund, we worked with an MMF with a return of about 10%, which compounds monthly. In 7 years, your 15,000 shillings monthly contribution will transform into 1.99 million shillings. In total, assuming you do not touch your savings and investments, including the emergency fund, and the returns are consistent, your portfolio will have grown to 5.24 million shillings. We also assume that your salary does not change for the entire duration for purposes of this example. The 60-40 rule helps you diversify investments without a sweat. Also, your investments will be automated, ensuring that you do not have to worry about putting all your savings in one basket. You may, however, want to constantly review your budget every month so that you can see where you can save more and also direct any new income sources to the savings. For this and more budgeting tips, we have partnered with Lua. Lua is a free AI assistant on WhatsApp that can help you with budgeting tips, stay up to date with financial news, schedule meetings, book hotels, and generate images. Click the link in our bio to try out Lua today.